the line. Threw out a lot of stats with the Terps at or near the bottom of the Big Ten. Well, free throws, that's not the case. They're third in the Big Ten. They're top 15 nationally in attempts, 20 per game from the line. They get there a lot. They get over a quarter of their points from the free throw line. That's seventh best nationally. So keep Maryland off the free throw line here tonight. Well, that'll do it for the Coors Light pregame show. The Safeway starting lineups from Xfinity Center next.
Ready. Rick's brand new showroom opens February 2026, just in time to get your backyard ready for spring.
Come see us, meet the team, and start planning your next backyard project. Visit ricksfencingeugene.com to schedule your free estimate today.
Rick's Custom Fencing and Decking. Built right, built Rick's. Proud sponsor of the Oregon Ducks.
You're listening to Duck Basketball. Duck Basketball. Duck Basketball. On the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
It lurks on highways and quiet neighborhood streets. It's more likely to kill you than a shark and more terrifying than the biggest snake. Distracted driving claims lives every day. Every notification, swipe, social post, video, or selfie while driving risks your life. So while you might think public speaking or the zombie apocalypse is scary, what's really terrifying and even deadly is distracted driving. Eyes forward. Don't drive distracted. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
We ask parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
If you build a relationship, then it becomes easier. If you build trust, it becomes easier. As a parent, you want what's best for your child, to give them the love that a child needs. It's probably the best you can do for a teenager.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. A message brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
We got worried just about getting better and take the next step.
Wellstad around a screen, pulls up for three. Yeah, bounce past the middle. Wide open on the pick and roll. He dunks it.
Can't worry about the analytics. We got worried about getting better.
Bounce to Evans. Evans, some room to slam. Get it to Simpkins for three off the baseline. Out of bounds. It's a switch.
And we'll play a little harder, play a little smarter, get connected as a team, and make some progress.
It's time for Duck Basketball on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield. Today's game is brought to you by Safeway, official grocery partner and tailgate headquarters of the Oregon Ducks. Les Schwab Tire Centers, proud supporter of Oregon basketball. McDonald's, the official breakfast of University of Oregon Athletics. Have your McDonald's favorites delivered right to your door with McDelivery. OCCU, home of the Duck debit card. Pepsi and Bigfoot beverages. Go Ducks. Drink Pepsi. Buy Coors Light. Choose chill. Proud partner of Oregon Athletics. Celebrate responsibly. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com. By U.S. Bank. U.S. Bank is a proud sponsor of Oregon Athletics. U.S. Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. And by Pacific Source Health Plans, with health coverage for individuals, families, and employers, and Medicare eligibles. Pacific Source is the local health plan that does what's right, not just what's required. Now let's go back to courtside. Here again, Joey Mack.
For the first time ever, Oregon is here in College Park, the Xfinity Center, taking on Maryland for the second all-time meeting. Rob Joyce in for Joey for the next two games tonight here in College Park, and then Monday night when Oregon wraps up its East Coast swing, taking on Rutgers. Second all-time meeting. They last met 362 days ago at Matthew Knight Arena, an 83-79 Oregon victory, and welcome to the state of college basketball in 2026. Between the two teams, three players who played in that game less than a year ago play here tonight. And technically, Jackson Shellstad is not playing. Nate Biddle is one of those three. And then the third is KJ Evans, who is back in the lineup tonight. Time for the Safeway starting lineup. To start with the hosts, the Terrapins, 7-6 overall, 0-2 in Big Ten play. In the backcourt is freshman guard Darius Adams, averages 13 points, 4 rebounds. He's come off the bench the last two, did start the first 11. He's back in the starting 5 here tonight. Redshirt freshman Andre Mills, averaging 9 points and 4 rebounds. And rounding out the front court for the Terps is a junior, a Washington State transfer, so he's seen the Ducks before, Isaiah Watts, averaging 6 points. He's making his second start of the season, his second in a row. Front court senior Solomon Washington, 8.5 points, leads the team, 8.5 rebounds. And rounding up the starting 5 is senior Elijah Saunders, 8 points and 4.5 rebounds. So Adams, Mills, Watts, Washington, and Saunders, the starting 5 for head coach Buzz Williams. His first year in College Park after previous stops at New Orleans, Marquette, Virginia Tech, and most recently 6 years at Texas A&M. No Pharrell Payne. He is missing his 4th straight game for the Terps tonight. He is the team's leading scorer, a 6'9 senior, will not play. As for Oregon, same record as Maryland, 7-6 overall, 0-2 in the league. Again, no Jackson Shellstad tonight. He is out after re-aggravating that hand injury that cost him the first couple of games this season. So making the second start of the year, first since the opener, is sophomore guard Wei Lin, averaging 4 points a game. He has had 4 straight games of at least 16 minutes. You would expect that to continue tonight. Senior guard Takai Simpkins, averaging 13 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. He surpassed the 1,000 career point mark on Sunday. In the front court, junior forward Desrick Lindsay making his 5th start of the year, 6 points. Impressive performance on Sunday, 7 assists, no turnovers in the win over Omaha. Kwame Evans Jr. makes his return to the lineup. He missed Sunday's game with an injury. He is back, averaging 13.5 points and a team best 7.5 rebounds. And rounding up the starting 5, senior center Nate Biddle, 16 points, and he's been on a tear. Consecutive 25-point games for the first time in his career. Had 26 on Sunday against Omaha. So Lynn, Simpkins, Lindsay, Evans, and Biddle, the starting 5 for head coach Dan Altman, his 16th year in Eugene. That was your Safeway starting lineups. Safeway, the official grocery partner and tailgate headquarters of the Oregon Ducks. The officials for tonight's game: Paul Zelk, Jeffrey Anderson, and Owen Short. Oregon, for the second time this year, will don the road blacks with the black letters with the thick yellow trim, and the yellow trim down the side. Maryland in the home whites in what they call Maryland red numbers. It is basically cherry red with yellow trim, which they call Maryland yellow. It's essentially dandelion yellow for the Terps. Oregon 0-2 in the Big Ten with losses to USC and UCLA. Maryland 0-2 in Big Ten play with losses to Iowa, and then in their last game, their most recent Big Ten game, Michigan. Just waiting for television to give us the all clear. Oregon will go from right to left here in half number 1. Nate Biddle hopping up and down. He's waiting for, in fact, he's not even waiting for television, waiting for Maryland. They are very late coming out of the huddle. Some last-minute opportunities. Time for tip-off, brought to you by U.S. Bank. At U.S. Bank, we team together to support our customers and our communities. Stop by your local U.S. Bank branch today. U.S. Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Feels like an important weekend for the Ducks. A couple of opportunities against the Terps, and on Monday, the Scarlet Knights starts here on a Friday night near our nation's capital. Washington will tip things off, number 9 for Maryland against Biddle. For the Ducks, Paul Zells has the ball in his head. Now we're officially just waiting on the official word from television to get us underway. Esta back, cameraman up. Seems to be a issue with one of the boards where the television folks are sitting courtside. They had to push it back a couple of inches. Everything appears to be all good. Maybe, possibly. Buzzer sounds. Thumbs up. Let's play some basketball. Washington Tipping off with Biddle. Ducks from right to left in the Road Blacks. Ball is up in the air. Biddle fanned on it, deflected it into the arms of Isaiah Watson. Maryland will start with the basketball from left to right here in half number one. Andre Mills will run the point, goes top of the key for Washington as Oregon starts in a man-to-man. Watts snaps a pass, chases it down in front of Dana Altman now, drives inside the arc, kicks it out right of the key for Adams. Jump stop in the lane, rather. Mills, tough floater, back rim, no good, tough defense from KJ Evans. Rebound cleared by Nate Biddle. First offensive possession for the Ducks. Simpkins stops foul line extended left, goes out near midcourt, where Wei Lin will run the point in the second start. They weave it around the perimeter. Left wing side, it's Simpkins over the head pass to Lin. Thinks about a deep three between the rings, makes it, and the foul. How's that for a start for Wei Lin? At a 25-footer from straight away, makes it, and has a chance for a 4-point play to open things up 37 seconds in. His sixth three on the year, coming in just a 19% shooter from beyond the arc, and he makes the free throw. How about that? A 4-point play. Lin's already technically surpassed the season average. Average 3.9 points coming in, and he gets the Ducks on the board 4-0, 45 seconds in. Top of the key, here's Adams. Goes around a screen from Washington, a little pick and pop. Washington top of the key, spots up for a three, clangs off the side of the rim, and then a foul on the rebound is going to go against Maryland. Elijah Saunders will get tagged for a push from behind. So that's two quick personals on Maryland here. 51 seconds into the ball game. Lin a dribble jog across midcourt with the right hand, now with the left. Carries it left, bounces it left for Simpkins. Holds a free throw line extended, goes low post for Evans. Might have gotten away with a walk. Instead, bullies up over the left shoulder. Gives a shrug as he is able to get it in, crawl over the rim. Guarded by Solomon Washington. His first two. Good start for the Ducks at 6-0. Watts, free throw line jumper, though, the other way gets Maryland on the board at 6-2. Isaiah Watts averaging 6 points a game. One of the only Terps to have played Oregon, as now Lin drives down the right lane line, dribbled off his foot out of bounds. Holds his hands to his head. Dan Altman clapping in encouragement. It's okay. First Duck turnover. 85 seconds in. 6-2 Oregon. Andre Mills. Where's number 7 will cross the timeline. Picked up by Lindsey. Carries it left around a screen. Lindsey fights through it. Goes inside. Kick out right of the key. Adams fakes on a three. Drives inside. Lefty layup. Doesn't go. Rebound. Deflects into the arms of Simpkins of Oregon. He looks to push. One-on-one. He goes around his defender. Watts. Tough layup. Can't get it to go. Rebound. Pinballs around. Goes to Isaiah Watts of Maryland. Skips it from left to right to Washington. Underhand feed to Adams, top of the key. Fakes on a three. And then slows things up with 18 to shoot. Adams will work left with the left hand. Guarded by Simpkins. Starts to drive on him. Jump stops just in front of the lane. Loops it high to Elijah Saunders. Low block. Blocked by Biddle. Nate tried to claim it was last touched by Maryland. Nothing doing. So 7 to shoot for Terps underneath the basket to the left. Just over 2 minutes in. Adams will trigger it in. Loosely guarded by Simpkins. They get it in left wing side. Give it right back to Adams on the left corner three. It's around, no good. Easy board for Biddle. It's Nate's second in the early going. Lin across midcourt will go through the legs. He's picked up 40 feet from the basket after that early 4-point play. Here's Lindsey, left wing side. Overhead pass to the edge of the M logo at midcourt to Lin. Carries it right side now. Drives baseline, goes behind the back outside. On high to Lindsey, 8 to shoot. Desdrick works it left. Cutting baseline is Lin. Extra feed, left corner. Evans spots up for a three. Strong gets his own miss. Jump stop in the lane. Head fake, and this time he does not get away with steps. Doesn't agree with the call, but is the second Oregon turnover. On the restart, Mills will walk it across midcourt. Oregon 2 of 4 to start. Maryland just 1 of 6 here in the early going. Top of the key, here's Washington to Adams left side. Dribbles with the right hand once, twice, 3 times. One-handed push pass, give and go with Solomon. Adams gets it back right at the key. 3 ball on the way. Side rim, no. Long rebound chased down by Simpkins of Oregon. Ducks dominant on the glass early, 6-2 edge. Biddle has it left point, fakes an entry feed, now dribbles once. Underhand flip to Simpkins, left wing side. Nearly lost it, got it back to the left elbow, to the rim, around, no good. Biddle tips it in, but they might not call. That might be offensive goaltending. Yeah, it is. That ball never came off the cylinder. Oregon's asking for a review, at least Wei Lin and Nate Biddle are. So is KJ Evans, but Dana Altman will not relent. We get a look at the replay. That ball was very much still inside the cylinder, and Biddle, he might have made the argument that he didn't make contact. Alas, wipe off the basket. It remains 6-2 Ducks. Adams will be picked up at midcourt by Simpkins. Has it straight away. Carries it left inside the arc. Out to Solomon. Free throw line jumper on the way over Biddle, and that one goes. First two for Solomon Washington. One of the transfers from Texas A&M came over with Buzz Williams. It's 6-4 Ducks. 3.5 in. Lynn will attack the chin from the right. He found a little bit of a lane, missed the bunny, though. There was some light defense from Solomon Washington. Should have made it, though. The other way, spot up three from the left from Isaiah Watts is good, and Dana Altman is hot. That's 7 straight from Maryland after the nice start for Oregon. As no one picked up the trailer, Watts is 15-3 on the year. First lead for the Terps, it's 7-6. Left point, here's Nate Biddle directing traffic. Gives way to Simpkins, 25 feet out on the left. Dribbles once, back to Biddle. Faked a top of the key three. Now fakes a feed inside for a cutting Simpkins. Out to Lindsey, top of the key. He'll go in. Tough runner from the left elbow. Back rim, no good. Rebound goes to Maryland. No points for the Ducks in 3 minutes. The other way, here's Adams, a Euro step. Can't get the friendly roll, but he's going to go to the free throw line on the other side of the immediate timeout on the second foul. No, first foul on the Ducks. 15:43 to go here in the first. Oregon, a good start, but Maryland has been on a 7-0 run since. It's 7-6 Terps. 15:43 to go here on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
High-quality organic food should be available to everyone at a better value. That's why Safeway offers O Organics. Hundreds of USDA-certified organic products exclusively in our stores. From fruits and vegetables to chicken and olive oil and frozen treats to baby food, you'll find a huge selection of organic items for the whole family at Safeway. Food you feel good about eating and serving. Look for O Organics products throughout Safeway. O Organics. Organic for all.
Today, we're going to talk about deep breathing, something we all need to do more of, especially when you're getting ready to call your health plan and deal with one of those automated phone trees. You know how it feels to get into an endless phone loop when you just have a simple question that could take 2 minutes or less, and then pretty soon, you've lost your zen.
Shouldn't your health plan help you reduce stress? That's why you'll talk to a real person when you choose Pacific Source Health Plan.
Tranquility.
Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes every moment cheering on your team even better. Plus, the mountains on the bottles and cans turn blue when your beer is Rocky Mountain cold. So you never have to guess if your Coors Light is ready to drink. So crack one open, take a sip, and enjoy the game. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly.
I'm coming home to the place that I remember, back to the land of my first love. Would you stay by your arms, would you sway your son?
Oregon the first 6 points, Maryland the next 7. 7-6 in favor of the Hope team. 15:43 to go here in the first half in College Park. Duck basketball sponsored by OCCU. Duck fans get more for the things they care about with remarkable checking and the Duck debit card. More for the game, more for gear, more for a bright future. Learn more at myoccu.org/getduckdebit. Oregon, 2 of 6 from the floor early on. Maryland, 3 of 9. But 3 turnovers already for the Ducks, none for the hosts of the Terps. And the free throws upcoming. Dedrick Lindsey was tagged for the first foul of the night for the immediate timeout. Again, that's one of the keys for this Maryland team. They get to the free throw line a lot. They're not a prolific offensive team, but nearly a quarter of their points, top 10 nationally, come from the free throw line. Here's Darius Adams, a highly touted recruit, McDonald's All-American, originally committed to UConn, then flipped his commitment to Maryland in May, making his 12th start in 14 games tonight. First one is short. A 74% free throw shooter. Maryland as a team, 75% from the line. A freshman from Manchester, New Jersey. Adams. That's the second one is good. So he splits the pair. 8 straight for the Terps. It's 8-6 Maryland. for Oregon as there's late token three-quarter court pressure. Evans stopped his dribble in a dangerous area, but they get it across midcourt. 3 seconds to spare. Here's Simpkins. Stops his dribble in a dangerous area. No one's there to help. They start the 5-second count. Evans comes over, and they find new into the game. Drew Carter getting some early minutes. Carter has it between the circles, works it left to Simpkins, 8 to shoot. Takai finds a cutting KJ Evans, easy two-hand flush. Nice backdoor cut from Evans, nice find from Simpkins. 4 for KJ, and that stops the drought. We're tied at 8, nearly 5 minutes in. Drew Carter making his 8th appearance on the year, averages 6 minutes, but no Jackson Shell stats tonight. He's out there after the first immediate timeout. Rebuttal 3 is an air ball from the right corner on the other end from George Turkson Jr. from Maryland into the arms of Oregon. The other way here, Simpkins floats it inside to Biddle through a double team. Might have lost it off his foot. He did. Good defense from Solomon Washington. Stripped Biddle. The ball went off Nate's foot over the end line. That's the 4th Oregon turnover for the Ducks. It's Carter, Simpkins, Lindsey, Evans, and Biddle. Diggy Coit, first name is David, but goes by Diggy into the game. He has the basketball 25 feet out on the right. They work it around the perimeter left. Here's Adams with it. Top of the key, back to Coit. 3-point shooter gives it right back to Adams. He drives left baseline. Up and under move over Biddle, no good. Easy board for KJ Evans of Oregon. Ducks have dominated on the glass here early on. Carter will run the point. Has to get it across midcourt. He does. Couple seconds to spare. Works it front court right. Now top of the key, weaves left. Entry feed intended for Biddle. Ooh, Turkson gets tagged for a light foul that has Buzz Williams annoyed. Wasn't a great entry feed. A low pass towards the 7-footer's ankles. They get away with it on Turkson's first foul. For Maryland, it is Turkson, Coit, Adams, Washington, and Watts. On the restart, they float it left elbow for KJ Evans. Oregon from right to left. Kick out. Catch and shoot 3 from Simpkins from the right wing is off the back of the rim. Skying for the rebound is Solomon Washington, and he protects well. Underhand flip to the diminutive Diggy Coit. Plays catch with Washington. Diggy spots up 25-footer, is short, and a tough rebound from Takai Simpkins of Oregon. And he'll walk it across midcourt himself. 3 rebounds already for Simpkins. Works it front court left. Oregon runs the weave. Simpkins has it now. Still on the left side. Fakes right, goes left. Out top of the key, 3 from Nate Biddle on the immediate catch and shoot. And that one's good. 17th 3 of the year for Biddle, who had 3 makes on Sunday. And Oregon regains the lead. It's 11-8 Ducks. 13:40 and winding here in the first half. Both teams will make substitutions at the next whistle, including the return of Devon Pryor. He'll check in from the free throw line. Washington misses on a jumper long. Rebound is loose. A Terp dove after the ball, but Lindsey came up with it for the Ducks. Carter has it. Front court left. Now he carries it between the circles. Backs things off as Dane Altman is screaming out a play. He gets a screen from Evans 40 feet out. Doesn't really use it. KJ works his way inside. Carter still with it. Foul line extended left for Simpkins. Looks inside for Biddle. Good defense from Turkson. 8 to shoot. Top of the key. Here Simpkins fakes on a deep 3. Drives inside. Knifes to the rim. Tough layup. Doesn't go, but free throws are coming. Isaiah Watts disagrees with the foul call, but there's a lot of contact. And Takai Simpkins will go to the free throw line for the first time tonight for the Ducks. That's 2 on Watts. Simpkins, a 72% free throw shooter. We'll check in. The only Duck to start every game this year. The senior from Brooklyn. First free throw on its way. And good. Substitutions. Pryor will make his first appearance since the UCLA game in early December as Evans and Lindsey check out. Also in for the first time is Sean Stewart off a career-best 13 rebounds on Sunday. Elijah Saunders back in, as is Miles Rice for the first time. A transfer. He, too, was at Washington State a couple years ago, and then last year for Indiana. Now making the move to Maryland to play for Buzz Williams. Simpkins makes both. 5 straight from the Ducks. Check that, 7 straight from the Ducks. And it's 13-8 Oregon, 7 minutes gone by here in College Park. Between the circles, Coit picks up the basketball. Tough defense from Drew Carter. Step back, 3 from the left side. Around, no good. Tough, good defensive possession from Carter. Rebounds loose. There's a Duck on the floor, and there's a tie-up. 2 white jerseys, 1 black jersey. Possession arrow will keep it with Oregon. Tough first defensive possession for Sean Stewart, who came down with the rebound and then was met by a couple of guys in white. Colin Metcalf, a senior from Germany, will check in for the first time for Maryland. As Washington exits. Full court pressure applied. Carter grabs the ball on the run and races into the front court to beat it. Plenty of time to spare. And then he slows things up, slams on the brakes, and sets up the offense. Carter left to the key for Stewart, snaps to the free throw line. Biddle spins, turns, scores. Biddle, quick decision making as he has consecutive Oregon field goals. First, the three, no hesitation that time. Had his back to the basket immediately, turned around and drained it from 16 feet. 9-0 run for the Ducks. It's 15-8. 12:20 to go in a ticking first half clock. Out near midcourt, here's Miles Rice for Maryland. 10 to shoot. He has it left to the key. Out to the right, catch and shoot three from Elijah Saunders is no good. Tough rebound from Nate Biddle. Maryland 1 of 7 from beyond the arc to start. Front court left, here's Carter, met by Rice with some resistance. Out to Biddle, right of the key. Underhand flip to Simpkins. Uses a Biddle hedge. Out to the wing. Kick out back to Nate. This time he fakes on a three. Starts to drive inside. Stops just inside the arc. Floats it back out to Simpkins. 10 to shoot. They work it from right to left for Carter. Crosses over. Underhand flip to Pryor with 5 with 4. Biddle top of the key. Dices towards the rim. Lost it out of bounds off his foot. Second turnover for Biddle. 5th on the Ducks. And it takes us to immediate timeout. But a much better 4-minute stretch for Oregon. 9 unanswered. And the Ducks have a 7-point lead. 11:43 to go before halftime. It is Oregon 15, Maryland 8 on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Wherever you are in life, once a duck, always a duck. That's OCCU. Since 1956, OCCU has helped the University of Oregon community take flight financially, like our remarkable checking and duck debit card that give duck fans more for the things they care about, more for the game, more for gear, more for a bright future. Earn interest, show your duck devotion, and start earning more today. Learn more at myoccu.org/getduckdebit.
Go Ducks! This is Oregon basketball from Learfield.
You say you never give in to a meltdown and never fill your feed with kid photos. You say you'd never put a pacifier in your mouth to clean it and never let them run wild through the grocery store. So when you say you'd never let them get into a car without you there, no, it can happen. 1 in 4 hot car deaths happen when a kid gets into an unlocked car and can't get out. Never happens. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Let's take a moment to breathe. Deep inhale. Extend your spine. Remain focused on what you're doing. If safe to do so, exhale slowly, leaning to one side. Inhale back to center. If safe to do so, exhale slowly to the opposite side. Find mental health resources at loveyourmindtoday.org. This message is brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
You know you make me wanna kick my heels up and throw my hands up and throw my head back and come on now, so good to see you.
11:43 to go in the first half. Oregon, a 15-8 lead on Maryland by way of 9 straight points. Duck basketball brought to you by Slocum Center, 59 years as the Ducks' official team doctors. Well, the defense early on, very similar to Sunday. Dana Altman very happy with the defensive intensity early as they opened up an 18-5 lead on Omaha. Similar story here tonight. Maryland, 3 of 15 overall, have not scored in 4 minutes. 1 of 8 from beyond the arc, and Oregon is making them one and done. 12 misses, 11 defensive rebounds. Maryland's had just 1 offensive board, so missing and not getting second chance opportunities. How about the efforts early on from Drew Carter that second? Waylon got the start in the absence of Jackson Shellstad. Was day-to-day with a hand injury. Out tonight. We'll see his status for Monday. So Lynn got the start, opened the game with a 4-point play. Carter got the next section. He's still out there. And Jamari Phillips will check in. So it's Phillips, Carter, Stewart, Evans, and Pryor. The 5 Ducks out there on defense as Maryland from left to right will work the basketball. Ducks moving into a 1-3-1 zone for this possession. Trying to continue this Maryland drought. Miles Rice has it left wing side for the Terps. Tricky dribbles on Stewart. Strong defense from Sean. They have to kick it back out to Coit, top of the key with 5 with 4. He's 30 feet out. He crosses over on the much taller Evans. Step back from the baseline around no good. Good defensive possession and a strong rebound from Drew Carter. Into the front court left, they find Phillips in the left corner. Snaps it to Pryor, works it back out to midcourt for Carter. Carter directing traffic, telling Phillips to move from the left side of the court all the way to the right. Now finds Stewart left wing side, underhand flip back to Drew. Now around a screen from Stewart, pick and roll, good find for Sean, goes up for a dunk, has to settle for a layup, no good, got his own miss, baby hook blocked on the second chance, and the loose ball is controlled by Andre Mills of Maryland. Front court left. Here's Saunders, top the key for Rice. Snaps it right wing side for Mills. Short corner right for Washington. Guarded by Pryor, tries to back him down. Spins, goes right around. Tried the reverse layup, no good. But Devon got him on the way up, so free throws are coming. That's Devon's first. Just the team's second. And Solomon Washington will try to end a scoring drought of over 5 minutes and end this Oregon run as the Ducks lead by 7, 15-8, 10:33 to go in the first half. Washington, a 68% free throw shooter, makes the first. He gets to the line a lot. That was his 26th free throw attempt in just his 6th game. Averages 5 free throw attempts per. Takes a deep breath. Second one up. And he goes 2 for 2. Both all net, 15-10 Ducks as we approach the midway point here of the first half. Token pressure applied by the Terps, easily broken by the Ducks. Jamari Phillips has a front court left out. The edge of the M logo at midcourt. Here's Carter. Thought right, started left, hands it back to Phillips. He goes top the key for Stewart, overhand pass. Foul line extended right for Pryor, goes around the screen left, finds a cutting Stewart inside. This time the jam goes. Clear runway for Stewart. The pick and roll from the left didn't work. The pick and roll from the right did. First two for Stewart. 17-10 Ducks. Midway point of the first half, mark. Maryland works it around the perimeter left side. Here's Miles Rice. Out to Washington. He fakes on a three. Drives inside. Got a shot rejected with authority. Out of bounds by Pryor to the Oregon bench. Slapped the ball out of the air. Started with his hand outstretched behind him and added some extra oomph to the ball. Ultimately, it's Maryland inbound along the far side. From left to right go the Terps. Out near midcourt, here's Saunders. Right point for Adams. Adams to Rice, 40 feet out. They work it left, catch and shoot. Late in the shot clock, back rim, no good off the arm of Mills. Offensive rebound for Maryland. Saunders chased it down. Second offensive rebound for the Terps in the opening 10.5 minutes. Ducks have played good defense. Right point, here's Adams, works around Evans. Good recovery from Kwame, but KJ might get called for a bump here. There's a three-pointer that was made well after the whistle. It will not count. And yep, that's the first foul on the Baltimore native, KJ Evans. Ege Demir will check in for the first time for the Ducks. Stewart will get high fives on his way to the bench. 9:27 to go in the first half, 17-10 Ducks. Matches the largest lead early on for the road visitors. Right corner off the inbound. Mills had a tiptoe the sideline. Then a weak outlet pass was into the arms of Phillips, almost like he was the intended receiver. Jamari went 1-on-3 wisely. Found an outlet, and Oregon will set up the offense. Here's Evans, top of the key. Underhand flip to Carter. Works it around the perimeter. Now slams on the break. Stops at midcourt. Hands it to KJ. Goes right back to Phillips. Behind the back. Jamari drives. Left lane line. Stops. Kicks it out to Pryor. Top of the key for Phillips. This is the disjointed possession. They find Carter from the right wing. A three is on the way. It was deflected on the way up. It's short. Out of bounds with 1.2 to shoot. Oregon will have an inbound on the baseline. Substitution. Isaiah Watts will come back in with 2 personals. Mills will exit. 1.2 to shoot for the Ducks. That possession was a little discombobulated. Never really got into any sort of rhythm. Carter will inbound underneath the basket to the right. He's being contested. He floats it up to Evans, who has to force up a 16-footer. Nearly got it from the right baseline. It was around and out. Rebound cleared by Maryland. Now here's Rice across midcourt. Top of the key for Adams. Works it left, drives on Pryor. Euro step, tough fade away off the backboard. No good. Offensive rebound for Maryland. Rice fakes on a three. Floater from 13 goes. That is Maryland's first field goal in 7.5 minutes. It belongs to Miles Rice. 17-12 Ducks as we approach the 8:20 mark here in the first. Top of the key here is Pryor, loosely guarded by Solomon Washington. Works it right side for Evans, has a size advantage. Works it on Watts with 2 personals. Can't get a wild layup to go. Offensive rebound, got it back. Head fake, lefty layup goes. And then he falls down in agony as he's gripping his right knee, but he's asking for help up. Oh, he went down, and he's not putting any weight on his right leg. Now he's at least able to skip off the court. That went from on his way down, he grimaced and immediately grabbed for his knee. When he was on the ground, he rolled for a second and then immediately asked for help. Put no weight on it, and then gradually, it got better as time went on. We're letting a look at the replay. Yeah, he just landed awkwardly, might have twisted his knee. Well, he's getting high fives and takes a regular seat on the bench. So that's good news. He didn't go right to the locker room. Sitting down, and Clay Jamison will go to work at athletic trainer. 19-12 Ducks, under 8 timeout at the next whistle. Here's Washington, mid-post left, tries to back down middle, wild layup, too strong, good defense from Nate. Rebound to Oregon, then Phillips had an outlet pass, tipped out of bounds by Rice, and it takes us to immediate timeout. 7:52 left till halftime. Oregon 19, Maryland 12, as you listen to Oregon basketball on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Hi, Jan from Toyota with a holiday message. Toyota-thon, Toyota-thon, Toyota-thon is on.
Dealer inventory may vary. Toyota-thon ends January 5th. See your participating dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
Jess Sims is always looking to take her performance to the next level.
I'm facing you, and you're going to swing.
You got this, Jess.
We got this.
And she needs her money to work as hard as she does. That's why she uses U.S. Bank Bank Smartly Checking and Savings, which does exactly that, helping her track her spending and grow her money.
About the mental work.
Together we'll achieve more than any of us could alone. That's the power of Jess, and this is the power of us. Visit usbank.com today to get started. Member FDIC, copyright 2025 U.S. Bank.
Hear that? Exactly. That's the sound of McDonald's Extra Value Meal. Sausage McMuffin with egg, hash brown, small hot coffee, and sweet golden silence. All for only $5. Price and participation may vary. Promotion pricing may be lower than meal pricing. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Hi, Jan from Toyota with a holiday message. Toyota-thon, Toyota-thon, Toyota-thon is on.
Dealer inventory may vary. Toyota-thon ends January 5th. See your participating dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
$7:52 to go here in the first half. Oregon 19, Maryland 12. Duck basketball brought to you by Safeway, official grocery partner and tailgate headquarters of the Oregon Ducks. Well, early on, it has been a balanced effort for Oregon. KJ Evans leads the way in his homecoming. Grew up about a little less than an hour north, depending on traffic here in College Park. Has 6 points, 3 rebounds, just left with an injury. But he stayed on the bench, and I believe he is in the team huddle. So that is good news. 5 points for Nate Biddle early on with 4 rebounds. 4 for Wei Lin, all came on that game-opening 4-point play, and 2 points apiece for Takai Simpkins and Sean Stewart. Maryland still really struggling. 4 of 21 overall, 1 of 9 from beyond the arc. Ducks had the game's first 6 points. Maryland rebutted with an 8-0 run. Ducks countered that with a 9-0 run. Game of runs here early on as Lynn checks back in after a very good spell from Drew Carter off the bench. Again, no Jackson Shellstad tonight for Oregon. Nate Biddle has it at the free throw line. Stop his dribble, ducks from right to left. Simpkins has a foul on extended left. Stop his dribble out to Biddle, 25 feet out straight away. Dribbles once, hands off to Lynn with 10 to shoot. Way works right, now back left out to Biddle. Fakes on a left point 3. Jump stop. And converts on a 19-footer just inside the arc. Nate Biddle has 3 field goals, and all of them are at least 19 feet away from the basket. 21-12, largest Oregon lead, it's 9. Left corner, Adams faked on a three. They weave it around the perimeter, top of the key. Here's Rice. Snaps a pass to the left. Catch, shoot. Washington from the left wing off the back. The rim, no good. Rebound. Pinball's out of bounds. Last touch by the Ducks. It's George Turkson Jr. had it, and then it was tipped out of his hands by Ege Demir. It's Demir, Simpkins, Lindsay, Lynn, and Biddle, the 5 Ducks out on the floor. For Maryland, it is Rice to trigger with Saunders, Turkson, Adams, and Washington. Looking. They find Saunders, short corner right, back to the basket, 17 to shoot. Tries to back down Lindsay. Skip pass all alone. Washington just missed from the left wing, and this time he converts. But he holds 2 hands up to the gods. His 3rd 3 on the year. Nice feed from Saunders to find big-to-big passing. It's 21-15 now. Speaking of big-to-big passing, Biddle, a nice find for Simpkins, the guard, who missed a layup that was highly contested. The other way, here come the Terps with the Ducks up 6. Nice find from Biddle on a pick and roll from the right point. Simpkins, though, a little out of control. There were a couple of white jerseys there. Rice taps his head, calls out a play with 10 to shoot. He has it right at the point. Behind the head pass, top of the key. Saunders rattles a 3 around and out, and lit a tough board for the Ducks. Oregon plus 6 on the glass, 18-12 here so far tonight. As we approach the 6-minute mark of the first half. Simpkins has it. Left wing side, top of the key for Wei Lin. Lin getting his 2nd start of the season. Finds Biddle just inside the arc on the right. Out to Simpkins, and he walks. Another discombobulated offensive possession. Biddle nearly lost it. He found Simpkins top of the key, stuttered inside the arc, and dragged the pivot foot. There's one issue that's plagued Oregon tonight. It's 6 turnovers to Maryland's 1. Good news, KJ Evans is back in. Demir exits with 5:56 to go before halftime. 21-15, Oregon leads Maryland. Diggy Coit back in for the Terps. He did not score in Sunday's win over Old Dominion. A couple of 30-point games this year for Diggy Coit. So trying to get on the board here tonight. He has it straight away, 30 feet out around a screen. He'll spot up, trying to get on the board, and does so. Back of the net. Nearly a 45% three-point shooter, top 30 nationally. First points for Diggy Coit. And Maryland has the lead. It's 21-18 now in favor of Oregon. And Xfinity Center for the first time tonight has a little juice. Evans tries to penetrate down the right side of the lane. Saunders stops that out to Lynn, left side. He goes down the left side of the lane. His layup attempt is blocked, but it's goaltending, says Jeffrey Anderson. Washington, an emphatic block, but that ball was coming down. 2 points for Wei Lin. And that quiets the crowd a little bit. 23-18. Get a look at the replay. And yes, that was past its apex. Buzz Williams, I believe, disagrees. And is he going to challenge? He says no. He crossed his arms and gave a humph like a toddler, and then said no when he was asked by Owen Short if he wanted to challenge it. 23-18, basket is good. The goaltending stands. And Coit has it for the Terps in the home whites on the right side. They work it around the perimeter to the left corner for Washington, who drives, gets a layup to go, and one. As Dana Altman hot at Nate Biddle for a fairly lackadaisical effort at the block. Biddle is saying that it was clean and it should have been a jump ball, but on the continuation, strong finish from Washington for a chance at a three-point play. Washington, the first member in double figures for either side tonight. 3rd time this year, 2nd straight game. Coming off his first double-double of the season on Sunday against Old Dominion. The layup was, the free throw was short. Biddle might have got pulled on the rebound and fell to Oregon anyways. And the Ducks maintain a 3-point lead under 5 to go in the first. Lynn has it right point, guarded by the much taller Washington. Maryland in the man-to-man. Lynn works it left to Simpkins. Goes inside for Evans, and he got bumped from behind by Elijah Saunders. That is the 5th Maryland foul. Substitution, Colin Metcalf in for Saunders. So Saunders has 2. He started. Isaiah Watts started. He has 2 for the Terps. Lynn will inbound underneath the basket to the left. The Ducks from right to left. Lobs it out top of the key for Evans to the free throw line for Biddle. Finds Lynn on a back screen, spots up a left wing three, a short offensive rebound all the way out near midcourt. Biddle up with it, and he keeps the possession alive for the Ducks. Out to Lindsay, slices towards the rim from the right side, pulleys his way up and banks it off the window and in. First two for Desdrick Lindsay through traffic. Ducks up 5, 25-20, 4:15 and winding before halftime. Coit has it between the circles, guarded by Lynn. Oregon in a man-to-man after showing some zone earlier in the half. Coit spots up, mid-range jumper from 16 feet on the right, and that goes. Don't let Diggy Coit get hot. He's streaky in a good way and sometimes a bad way. Right now, it's looking good for the Terps. Consecutive makes off the bench for Coit, 25-22, Ducks up 3. Jump stop, left elbow for Lynn. Skip pass to the right side for Evans. Entry feed, mid-post left for Biddle. Turns over the right shoulder, and the baby hook goes over Metcalf. Good finish from Nate Biddle. He has 9. That leads the Ducks 27-22. Trading buckets here. Both teams started to find it offensively with 3.5 to go in the first. Coit, left wing side, got it tipped out of his hands. Last touch by Diggy. He taps his chest, says, my bad. Strong defense from Lindsay. Lynn there to help. That is the second Maryland turnover takes us to a timeout. 3.5 to go in the first half. It is Oregon at 27, Maryland 22 on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey, Duck fans, it's a great day for a Duck game. We got a big party going, and Kenny Wheaton has joined the party. Whoa, the Ducks are going to need some refreshments here. There's a Dang Green IPA from Hop Valley in the corner of the cooler. It's selected. Kenny Wheaton's going to pour. Dang Green, the most incredible choice for a football game.
The official craft beer of the Ducks is Dang Green.
Hop Valley Brewing Company, Portland, Oregon. Please celebrate responsibly.
Your home for Oregon hoops. This is Duck basketball from Learfield.
Put your phone on D&D. That means that do not disturb when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always sing with me. So put your phone on D&D. That means that do not disturb when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always remember this beat.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
When I met both of them, it was like my missing pieces were found. Like it was just like an instant, these are my kids. If you're considering adopting a teen, just do it. Kids need families. I don't care the age. Everybody deserves a family.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. A message brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
I want you to know. I said I want you to know right now. You've been good to me, baby.
3:30 on the nose before halftime. Oregon leads Maryland 27-22. Les Schwab Tire Center is proud to support Oregon basketball, where performance and reliability shine just like their top-rated tires. Well, Maryland used an early 8-0 run to lead 8-6. Since then, Oregon countered with a 9-0 run and has led for the duration of the half, for the most part. It led for 13.5 minutes. We've trailed for less than a minute. We've been tied for 2 minutes. 3 players with at least 6 points for Oregon, 6 apiece for Evans and Lynn, 9 for Biddle, 9 for Solomon Washington, 5 for Isaiah Watts. This Maryland team, kind of like Oregon, has just never really had a full-strength roster to this point. Ducks get Pryor and Evans back tonight, but Jackson Shelstad is out for tonight's game. Meanwhile, for Maryland, without leading scorer Pharrell Payne for the 4th straight game, tonight is game 14 for the Terps. They deployed their 8th different starting lineup here tonight. It'll be Oregon basketball. Evans will inbounds as there is full court pressure. He's along the far sideline as Oregon moves from right to left here in the first half. It's Evans, Simpkins, Lynn, Lindsay, and Biddle. So the starting 5 out there for the Ducks to close things out. Maryland allows Oregon an easy entry, and they break the press without issue. Boy, Simpkins thought about a 35-footer from the left. Wisely relented. Here's Lynn with the basketball front court right. They weave it around the perimeter to Simpkins. As Lynn raced all the way from the right side to the left corner. Simpkins wouldn't give him the basketball. Takai has it. Now gives it to Lynn. Left wing side with 7 to shoot. Way, skip pass, catch, shoot. Simpkins, 3 on the way. Nothing but net. Team best 34th 3 on the year for Takai Simpkins. His first field goal. He has 5. Silences the crowd. 30-22 Ducks. Under 3 to go in the first. On high, here's Metcalf, works it left side for Adams, holds with the right hip, dribbles once, gives away to Diggy Coit between the circles. He finds a man right. Andre Mills, a rebuttal 3. It's short, tracks down his own rebound in the corner, keeps it alive. Long pass top of the key for Adams, has to catch. He's left all alone, so he'll spot up and drain the 3. Simpkins caught in no man's land of Adams, and the man to his left, Coit, who's an even better 3-point shooter. Adams 18th 3 on the year, so we've traded buckets. 30-25 Ducks. Under 2.5 to go before halftime. Straight away, here's Lynn. One-handed push pass with the right to Evans. Gives it right back to Lynn. Left point. Goes through the legs. Left wing side for Lindsay. Quickly, mid-post to Evans. Through traffic. Gets a friendly roll on the layup. Soft, gentle finish from KJ Evans. He has 8 on the pretty fine. 32-25. Tick under 2 to go in the half. Adams has it 25 feet out on the left, works it straight away for Mills, right back to Adams, drives around Evans, gets bumped, and that's a foul. Fifth foul on Oregon's second on KJ. Substitution, Drew Carter in for Lynn, and late substitution, Sean Stewart races to the scores table, likely for Evans. Yes. KJ saunters over to the bench. He's getting some coaching from Dane Altman. Gets a couple of taps on the lower back and makes his way to the bench. On the inbound, a nice block from Biddle. Found a streaking Andre Mills. The left lane line, caught it and went up with it, and Biddle said no. Maryland keeps it, though. Here's Adams, right elbow. Tries a tricky dribble on Biddle. Strong defense from Nate. Now Washington goes right around Lindsay. Stops, right block, gets fouled. Lindsay knows he got burned. And one of his teammates, there were 3 black jerseys in the area. I believe it's Stewart who's going to get tagged with a personal, trying to help. Oh, they will give it on Desdrick. That is his second. And that'll get Devon Pryor to the scorer's table with 94 seconds left in the half. So back to the free throw line is Solomon Washington, where he is 2 for 3 here tonight. He's the first, one of 4 Texas A&M transfers. Miles Rice comes back in for the Terps. Again, 15 newcomers, tied with Indiana for the most in the Big Ten. 10 transfers, 5 freshmen. Solomon makes both. He has a game-high 11, and then he'll check out. Oh, check that. Metcalf will check out for Rice. So 32-27, Oregon, 90 seconds to go in the half. Carter lost the basketball, has to track it down, dives, and then goes over the end line. Trying to keep it alive. He bounced it off the foot of Miles Rice, who was applying pressure, fought to save it, keep it alive, and then his momentum carried him over the baseline. That is the 7th Duck turnover. Just 2 for the Terps. We have a chance to make it a 1-score game. Rice will get it in right wing side to Turkson. Right back to Rice for a right corner 3. It's no good, and a very late foul. No, it wasn't on the shot. It was on the rebound, and it goes against Maryland. George Turkson Jr., his second personal on the shove. That's the team's 6th, so no free throws with 1:24 to go in the half. Just an inbound for the Ducks. We'll try to break the Miles Rice pressure after unsuccessful last time. Carter and Simpkins in the backcourt for the Ducks. It is Takai with the basketball. Finds Carter. Gets it back to Simpkins. Crosses midcourt with a second to spare. In a dangerous area. Works his way through traffic. Gets bumped. 30 feet from the basket. A cheap foul applied by Andre Mills. And Oregon will take it because that is the 7th team foul. And Simpkins, who was in no way, shape, or form a threat to score, will go to the free throw line for a 1-1. Elijah Saunders will check in for Turkson. Simpkins 2 for 2. Coming off his 15-point effort on Sunday. He went over the 1,000-point mark in his collegiate career. Makes the first, earns the second.
Here we go. We got one shot.
He's really come on strong. Back-to-back double-figure scoring games, 5 of his last 6. He's on pace. He has 6 points to this point. Make it 7. Goes 2 for 2 from the line. Makes it a 7-point Oregon lead, 34-27. With a minute 12 left in the first half. Rice with some pace across midcourt. Gets met by Simpkins. They work it around the perimeter left wing side. Here's Adams. Dribbles with the right. And works it right to Rice. Gives it right back to Adams. Left wing side guarded by Stewart. Now Carter comes over. Goes inside as Adams. Jump pass to Solomon Washington. Gives it right back to Adams. 8 to shoot. Adams a no-look feed right corner to Saunders. Had to jump for it. Out to Mills. He'll penetrate inside. Kick out. Left alone. Rice faked on a 3 with 2 with 1. It gets tipped out of bounds. Last touch by the Terps. Excellent defensive possession. Maryland had 2 or 3 looks at the basket and just never pulled the trigger. And the possession ends with a third Terp turnover. 43.1, so about a 13-second differential shot in game clock. Can't really go 2 for 1 as Maryland's applying pressure, so couldn't get a quick shot off. Carter is met by Rice at midcourt. Drew gets it across midcourt, crosses over on Rice, who's still right in his grill, 44 feet from the basket. Carter does a nice job to wiggle his way out of it. He stops right wing side, back to the basket, underhand flip to Biddle, foul line extended. Backs down the much smaller Mills, kicks it out to Carter, works it left side for Simpkins, 7 to shoot. There's a man right on him, it's Adams, around the screen, out to Biddle. Takes on a 3 with 2, calmly pulls up as the shot clock expires. Front of the rim, no good. Rebound goes to Rice, shot clock off. 5 seconds left. Right wing 3 from Mills off the back heel, no good. Offensive rebound for the Terps with 2 with 1. Washington left corner 3 at the buzzer, doesn't go. And that's how the first half will end. No field goals in the last 2.5 minutes for the Terps. Shoot just 28% to Oregon, and even 50%. Plus 5 on the glass. And the Ducks led for most of the half. After that early 8-6 Maryland lead, a 9-0 run, and the Ducks led for the final 14 minutes of the half. 20 minutes complete. Here in College Park, it's Oregon 34, Maryland at 27. The Toyota halftime show is next here on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Your burger is served.
Thank you.
And this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. The sweetness of Pepsi perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger, while the citrus and carbonation elevates the taste for a truly stunning flavor profile.
Now that is one perfect combination. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
Pepsi is proudly distributed by locally owned Bigfoot Beverages. Go Ducks, drink Pepsi. Hey, Duck fans, it's a great day for a Duck game. We got a big party going, and Kenny Wheaton has joined the party. Whoa, the Ducks are going to need some refreshments here. There's a Dang Green IPA from Hop Valley in the corner of the cooler. It's selected. It's selected. Kenny Wheaton's going to pour. Kenny Wheaton's going to pour. Dang Green, the most incredible choice for a football game.
The official craft beer of the Ducks is Dang Green.
Hop Valley Brewing Company, Portland, Oregon. Please celebrate responsibly.
You're listening to Duck Basketball on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
My name is Teresa Barber. I was in the United States Navy, and I served overseas in the Middle East and Africa. Early on in my career, I had a commander that taught our suicide prevention training, and the very next day, he took his own life. 90% of suicide attempts involving a gun are fatal. My way of continuing my service is to help protect my community by being a responsible gun owner and by storing firearms safely. Store all your guns securely. Help stop suicide.
Brought to you by End Family Fire and the Ad Council.
This message is for Shauna, my mom who just finished her high school diploma. I wanted to say I'm so proud of you for finishing school. You taught me it's never too late to achieve your dreams. I hope to make you as proud as you have made me.
When you graduate, they graduate. Finish your high school diploma for you and for them. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
This is the Toyota Halftime Report on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield. Toyota, let's go places. A first half recap along with scores from the Big Ten and the rest of college basketball. And the first half stats. They're all right here. Now let's go back courtside. Here again, Joey Mack.
Rob Joyce in for Joey Mack for tonight and Monday's game at Rutgers. Good first half for the shorthanded Ducks. A 34-27 lead on Maryland. No Jackson Shellstad. He is out tonight, but they didn't get KJ Evans back after he missed Sunday's game, and Devon Pryor makes his return after a month. And it was a good half on both ends for the Ducks. Offensively, 50% overall, 13 of 26, 3 of 8 from beyond the arc, made all 5 free throws. Maryland, just 27% as a team, 4 of 18 from beyond the arc, did make 5 of 7 from the line. Rebounding going the way of Oregon, +4, 21-17. Maryland did pick it up on the offensive glass for the last 8 minutes or so. Had just 1 rebound for the first 10 minutes and then really started to hammer things. Finished with 9 offensive rebounds and 10 second chance points. And then one other thing for Oregon to clean up a little bit. The turnovers, only 7, but Maryland only had 3 in the first half. Oregon dominant inside. 16 points in the paint, just 4 for the hosts. Individually, Nate Biddle leads the way. 9 points in efficient 4 of 5 shooting with 5 rebounds in 16 minutes. 8 for KJ in his homecoming on 4 of 7 shooting with 3 boards. 7 for Takai Simpkins with 4 assists. And then rounding up the Oregon scoring 6 for Waylon in his second start of the year in place of Shellstad. 2 apiece for Desdrick Lindsay and Sean Stewart. How about a shout out for Drew Carter? Played 20 minutes in the opener against Hawaii. Had played 23 minutes total since the opener against Hawaii. 10 solid minutes off the bench. Did not score, but a very valuable 10 minutes off the bench for Oregon in that first half. 11 for Solomon Washington, just 3 of 9 from the floor, but 4 of 5 from the line. He leads all scores. 5 apiece for Diggy Coit and Isaiah Watts of the Terps. Oregon this year, 6-0 when leading at halftime. Maryland this year, 1-5 when trailing at the break. Hoping those 2 trends continue in favor of the visitors from Eugene. 20 minutes complete. It is 34-27 in favor of the Ducks. It's the Toyota halftime. We return. We'll head back to the OSN studios. Ashley Gentry has scores and more here on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey, college hoops fans, it's sideline reporter Molly McGrath teaming up with Evan Williams Bourbon to welcome you to Bourbon Nation, the home of game day spirit. From the couch to courtside, Evan Williams is with you for every tip-off and buzzer beater. Because we might be divided by the score, but we're united by the pour. Find a bottle near you at evanwilliams.com and make this extra-aged Kentucky bourbon a part of your game day tradition. Go Ducks! Evan Williams Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, Bardstown, Kentucky, 43% alcohol by volume, must be 21 plus. Enjoy responsibly.
Hello, is this Pacific Source Health Plans?
This is a health plan.
I'm trying to reach Pacific Source. I know I'll get a person on the phone when I call them.
What do you think I am?
I mean, you sound like a person.
That's what counts.
Automated systems can do a lot, even sound a lot like people. What automated systems can't do is offer the quality our members rely on, empathy. When you call Pacific Source Health Plans, you'll talk to a person who cares.
What did you say your name was?
Nexa 9000.
Deep in the woods. Deep in the woods. This is the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Every morning, we rise and shine, make breakfast, and brush away the night's rest. These routines help us start the day off right. Nature Made vitamins are a simple step in that daily care regimen. Multivitamins with daily essentials, clinically studied probiotics for gut health support, magnesium to help relax the body. Nature Made is made to care for you every day. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement.
Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
You know you make me wanna kick my heels up and throw my hands up and throw my head back and come on.
The Toyota Halftime Report continues with a check of scores from around the country. Once again, to Ashley Gentry in the Learfield Network studios.
Halftime at College Park, and the Ducks lead the Terps 34-27. Nate Biddle with 9 points, leading Oregon in the first half. We'll be back with Rob Joyce in just a bit. He'll give you some more stats on the first half on the court. As for the rest of the Big Ten, 2 games underway, 1 yet to begin. And it's number 2 Michigan at home against number 24 USC. Trojans entered this one with just 1 loss on the season to Washington. Michigan unbeaten, and they lead at 53-32. Trojans kept it close after the first half, 31-49, but Michigan slowly starting to take the lead. We'll update you on that final score at the conclusion of ours. Rutgers also in action at home. They're taking on the Buckeyes of Ohio State, and Rutgers has a 6-point lead. It's 26-20 with about 7.5 to go in the first half. Rutgers still searching for their first Big Ten win of the season, currently 0-2. Then coming up at the top of the hour, 6 o'clock tip-off for number 13 Nebraska against a visiting number 9 Michigan State. Michigan State 12-1 on the season, 2-0 in Big Ten play. That 1 loss coming back in December to then number 4 Duke 66-60. And those are the games on the docket for the Big Ten tonight. Women, they'll be back in action on Tuesday, a 7 o'clock Pacific tip-off on the road against a big-time number 17 USC squad. Ducks coming back off of a 87-54 win against Northwestern. Bounce-back win after a tough loss to number 6 Michigan, 92-87. So be sure to tune in and cheer on your Oregon Ducks. Again, that tip-off coming up on Tuesday. Chris Clayton with the call. We're going to take a quick time out and then come back with a look at the top 25 and more. Oregon leads Maryland at the half, 34-27 on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Oregon Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
Hey, Duck fans, Jerry Allen here. You know me. I love great teamwork, and nobody builds a stronger lineup than Rick's Custom Fencing and Decking.
That's right, Jerry. For over 45 years, we've built fences, decks, and patio covers across the Northwest. And now we're bringing that craftsmanship home to Duck Country.
Eugene, get ready. Rick's brand new showroom opens February 2026, just in time to get your backyard ready for spring.
Come see us, meet the team, and start planning your next backyard project. Visit ricksfencingeugene.com to schedule your free estimate today.
Rick's Custom Fencing and Decking. Built right, built Rick's. Proud sponsor of the Oregon Ducks.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong. You are fearless. You are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Wherever you are in life, once a duck, always a duck. That's OCCU. Since 1956, OCCU has helped the University of Oregon community take flight financially, like our remarkable checking and duck debit card that give Duck fans more for the things they care about, more for the game, more for gear, more for a bright future. Earn interest, show your Duck devotion, and start earning more today. Learn more at myoccu.org/getduckdebit.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Oregon. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the express written consent of the University of Oregon and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the University of Oregon.
Welcome back inside the Learfield Network studios. We are just about set for tip-off on the second half. Oregon on the road, and they lead Maryland 34-27. We took you around the Big Ten. Now for a look at the top 25. Couple of those games coming out of the Big Ten. Number 2, Michigan currently leading number 24, USC 55-34 with about 16 and a half left to go on the game clock. Then Stanford at home hosting number 16 Louisville for their second ACC matchup of the season. And Stanford has a 7-point lead. It's 27-20, about 8.5 left in the first half. Then coming up in just a bit, number 3 Iowa State set to take on West Virginia. Seattle U on the road against number 7 Gonzaga. And things will wrap up at 6 with number 9 Michigan State on the road against number 13 Nebraska. That's all the time we have from here for now. But before we go, mark your calendars. A week from today, Ducks are on the gridiron in the Peach Bowl semifinals. Number 5 Oregon in the rematch against number 1 Indiana. Again, that kickoff set coming up next Friday. So lots to look forward to here on the Oregon Sports Network. We're going to take a quick timeout and get you back for the start of the second half, where Oregon leads Maryland 34-27 on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
For comprehensive coverage of college basketball, tune to Sirius XM College Sports Radio Channel 84 in the car and on the Sirius XM app.
For the win! Got it! Let's go!
Sirius XM is the home of your favorite team and conference, including live games, plus interviews and analysis.
He's got it!
So cheer along with the Sirius XM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/College Sports Radio 2025.
Hear that? Exactly. That's the sound of McDonald's Extra Value Meal. Sausage McMuffin with egg, hash brown, small hot coffee, and sweet golden silence. All for only $5. Price and participation may vary. Promotion pricing may be lower than meal pricing. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Go Ducks!
Going to the basket, he slams!
Left wing three.
Good!
This is Oregon basketball from Learfield.
How serious is youth vaping? Irreversible lung damage serious. 1 in 10 kids vape serious, which warrants a serious conversation from a serious parental figure like yourself. Not the seriously know-it-all sports dad or the seriously smart podcaster. It requires a serious conversation that is best had by you. No, seriously, the best person to talk to your child about vaping is you. To start the conversation, visit talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
And here's Heather with the weather.
Well, it's beautiful out there, sunny and 75, almost a little chilly in the shade. Now, let's get a read on the inside of your car. It is hot. You've only been parked a short time and it's already 99 degrees in there. Let's not leave children in the back seat while running errands. It only takes a few minutes for their body temperatures to rise, and that could be fatal.
Cars get hot fast and can be deadly. Never leave a child in a car. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Start of the second half here in College Park. Oregon leads Maryland 34-27. Rob goes 50 from Xfinity Center as the Terps will start with the basketball from right to left here in half number 2 as the Ducks have led for 17 minutes of the opening 20. Terps trying to erase what is a 7-point deficit. Oregon is led by as many as 9. Top of the key, here's Darius Adams of the Terps. Goes inside to Solomon Washington, tries to bully his way over KJ Evans and is able to do so with his 12th and 13th points of the night to get Maryland on the board here in the second half. Starting 5 out there for the Ducks is Lindsay. A lazy entry feed looking for Biddle. Was tipped out of bounds by Elijah Saunders. So Oregon will have a sideline inbound right in front of the bench. Lindsay, Evans, Biddle, Simpkins, and Wei Lin, the starting 5 tonight for the Ducks. The 5 out there right now is Lindsay is left uncontested in the left corner. Ducks from left to right in the Road Blacks. Here at half number 2, Lin, a jumping catch on a floater from Biddle. He gets it to Nate, top of the key. Nate goes right towards the rim, and his layup attempt was blocked. But for the second time tonight, Solomon Washington is going to get called for goaltending. Asking Paul Zelk why it was goaltending. Get a look at the replay, and there might have been a case for the first one, not the second one. It hit the backboard. That's an automatic goaltend. If you hit it after it hits the backboard. So Biddle in double figures for the 4th straight game, 9th time this year. He has 11. The other way, here's a tough fadeaway from 16 feet on the right from Darius Adams. His second field goal, he has 6. He's Trading buckets here on the opening 3 possessions. It's 36-31 Ducks. A minute in the second half. Here's Whalen. Penetrates, jump stops in front of the free throw line. Kicks it back out to Kai Simpkins to slow things up. Holds up a couple of fingers. Directs traffic. One-handed push pass to the right for Biddle. He's left alone briefly. Thought about a 3. Solomon, good closeout. Gives way to Lynn. Carries it to the right corner. Out to the right point for Evans with 5 to shoot. KJ attacks. Kick out. And a weak feed for Lindsay was stolen away. And then a foul by Desdrick on the run out. It's Isaiah Watts. Almost took it off the fingers of Evans before he got the pass off. Regardless, it's the 8th turnover. Whether KJ actually released it, there was very little power behind the pass if he did. And that's the 3rd foul on Lindsay. Less than 90 seconds into the second half, so he has to sit. It is Devon Pryor. Ducks up 5. 18:35 to go. Here from Xfinity Center. Between the circles, here's Adams around a screen from Saunders. Thought about a 3. Hesitates. Kicks out to left corner for Washington. Top of the key for Saunders. Right wing side now. It's Adams. Back 3 on the way. It's short. Offensive rebound. Mills tries to keep it alive. Cans trying to throw it off to Pryor. Good box out from Devon. And the ball goes to the way of the Ducks. And Maryland coming in, they don't have too many assists on the year. 4 assists on 11 makes tonight. That's just about average for them. And play a lot of stagnant iso ball. The ball gets stuck a lot. Doesn't move very often. Didn't on that possession. Adams held it for a couple of seconds. Meanwhile, tic-tac-toe passing from the Ducks. Biddle right to Lynn left to inside for Evans, who got hacked. He'll go to the free throw line. So the antithesis of what Maryland did on the other end, Oregon, tic-tac-toe, and KJ Evans go to the free throw line for the first time tonight. 81% from the stripe. It's the Baltimore native. Heavy dose of booze. First free throw is strong. That is the first miss from the stripe for Oregon tonight. They were 5 for 5 in the first half. Right in front of the student section. Second one up, and that one goes. So KJ is 9, 6-point Duck lead, 37-31. Racing into the front court was Mills. Underneath the basket, a jump pass out to Watts. He carried it under the basket and then got his jump pass tipped and stolen away. 4th Maryland turnover. Evans and Lynn having their paws on it. Here's KJ, left point, stopped his dribble at the edge of the perimeter. Gets it out to Lynn near midcourt. He starts to knife his way inside. A runner got blocked on the way up. Ill-advised shot early in the shot clock. Terp basketball. Adams looking to go coast to coast. Goes right by Biddle and lays it in gently with the right. Biddle didn't really step in with the help defense. Dana Altman says slow things up as the lead is down to 4, 37-33, 17-20 to go in the second. Evans has it between the circles. Tells Devon Pryor to go to the other side of the court. Stopped his dribble, foul line extended. Finds an outlet in Simpkins at the edge of the M at midcourt. Takai goes to the lace a couple of times. 8 to shoot, still with it. Carries it left. Drifts inside. Jump stop in the lane. Tough with 4. Banks it off the window and in. Nice finish for Takai Simpkins. His second field goal. He has 9. 39-33 the other way. Catch and shoot. Watts. A 3 back rim. No good. Offensive rebound kept alive by Adams, but he threw it right to Biddle. The ball is loose as Nate couldn't corral it. Simpkins does, and he carries it into the front court and slows things up. Drew Carter will check in at the next whistle. Around the perimeter goes Simpkins. He works it back left for Biddle. Fakes the handoff. Nate lobs it inside for Evans. The catch, the finish with the left. He missed, but he tipped it in on the second chance. He got clearly grabbed on the right arm. No call. Missed the first lefty layup. The second one was able to tip in. He's in double figures for the 9th straight game. He has 11. The other way, Biddle comes up with an emphatic block on an ill-advised layup from Mills. The other way here, Simpkins didn't have numbers, but he's left all alone. Right point, 3 on the way. Back rim, no good. Skying for the board is Elijah Saunders of Maryland. 41-33 Ducks, 4 minutes into the second half. Timeout, the next stoppage. Washington, one-handed pass to Mills. Extra pass, corner. Watts the 3, rather. Adams, no good. Offensive board. Washington over Biddle. He gets the putback to go. And Dana Altman slaps the scorer's table. Well, the offensive rebound so good early on was Oregon, holding them to one and done. They're starting to pile up. Washington has 15. 41-35. Lynn has it left wing side. Top of the key, Biddle. A rebuttal. A 3. Side rim, no. Easy board for Adams. One and done go the Ducks, up by 6. Adams Looks to take it himself. Euro step around Lynn. Layup no good, but free throws are coming as Buzz Williams is amped. As an emphatic high five for Darius Adams and Isaiah Watts. However, Oregon will take the lead into the under 16 media timeout. 15:29 to go. Ducks up 6, 41-35. This is Oregon basketball, the Oregon Sports Network.
Hi, Jan from Toyota with a holiday message. Toyota-thon, Toyota-thon, Toyota-thon is on.
Dealer inventory may vary. Toyota-thon ends January 5th. See your participating dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
At Les Schwab, we've been changing the tire game for more than 70 years. We design our own exclusive tires to give you more tires made for the roads you drive, less compromise. All backed by America's best tire warranty included in every tire we sell. It's more unbeatable tire warranty, less charging you extra, like the other guys. It's all about you getting more from less. Stop by or book an appointment at leschwab.com.
A pepperoni pizza for the table. May I suggest trying it with our Pepsi Zero Sugar? It has just the right amount of sweetness to complement all that cheesy, saucy goodness. Simply divine.
Pepsi Zero Sugar? You've really outdone yourself this time. Pizza deserves Pepsi.
Pepsi is proudly distributed by locally owned Bigfoot Beverages. Go Ducks, drink Pepsi.
Hi, Jan from Toyota with a holiday message. Toyota-thon, Toyota-thon, Toyota-thon is on.
Dealer inventory may vary. Toyota-thon ends January 5th. See your participating dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
$15.29 to go. An 8-7 Maryland edge out of the locker room has trimmed the deficit a little bit for the Terps. It is 41-35 Ducks. Oregon basketball brought to you by Pacific Source. With health coverage for individuals, families, employers, and Medicare eligibles, Pacific Source is the local health plan that does what's right, not just what's required. Well, Maryland shot in the first half. Just 29% of the field. 4 of 8 out of the locker room. Just 4 of 21, though, from beyond the arc. 0 of 3 from deep. They've really struggled from three-point range. Oregon, meanwhile, 3 of 7 out of the locker room. And they are 3 of 10 from beyond the arc tonight after making 10 or more threes in each of the last 4 games. There was a foul on Wei Lin before the timeout, his first, so free throws are coming for the Terps. For Oregon, a couple of changes. It'll be Drew Carter, Sean Stewart, Devon Pryor, Takai Simpkins, and Nate Biddle. The 5 out there for the Ducks. For Maryland, the free throw shooter is Darius Adams. Diggy Coit is back in for the first time this half. Miles Rice, Solomon Washington, and George Turkson Jr. Adams back in the starting lineup tonight. He was benched the prior 2 games, responded well, had 18 points against Old Dominion as he makes the first. He had 24 points total the previous 3 games. Nearly matched it in Sunday's win over ODU. Splits the pair for the second time tonight. The rebound is deflected into the arms of Simpkins of Oregon. So 1 out of 2 at 41-36 Ducks. Under 15.5 to go here at College Park. Top of the key, here's Carter. Lost it, got it back out to Biddle. Foul line extended left. 2 strong dribbles to the short corner. Stopped it. Skip pass out to the right. Simpkins fakes on a 3. Good closeout from Coit. He penetrates baseline. Tries to pass it to Biddle. It was deflected by Rice. Off of Biddle's hands, out of bounds. 9th Oregon turnover, 4th by Biddle. They're going to credit it to Simpkins on the pass. Good defense, though, from Miles Rice. Terps basketball from right to left. Here's Coit, uncontested across midcourt. Starts right for Miles Rice. Drives baseline, hesitates, circles the basket. Still with the basketball, carries it all the way to the top of the key. Left wing side for Adams. Got a jump stop on Biddle. Now drives on Biddle. He stops in the lane. Throws up a wild layup as he was falling off the bottom of the rim. Got it back then from his butt. Threw it into the arms of Simpkins. 3 out of 1 if they hurry. The lob for Pryor, and he got fouled. He was never going to get anywhere close to making it. He started his jump from the left block, and he was going full speed. He went way past the basket, but there was contact up high on the way up. So he gets rewarded with free throws. Goes against Washington, his second. Substitution, Saunders in, Turkson out for Maryland. Now, they're not going to call that a shooting foul. How's that not a shooting foul? He's going up for an alley-oop. Alas, inbound underneath the basket to the left, goes right to Biddle, right block. No good. Rebound cleared by Maryland's Solomon Washington. Top of the key, Rice went through his legs uncontested, lost the basketball, dived for it, and possession arrow will give it to the Ducks. No, they called timeout before the jump ball. Well, Rice, there wasn't any pressure on him. He just lost the basketball and lost his balance. And then there was a fight for it. He got the timeout before Simpkins could get his paws on it. So it takes us to another timeout. 14:30 to go on the nose. 41-36. Oregon leads Maryland on the Oregon Sports Network on Learfield.
High-quality organic food should be available to everyone at a better value. That's why Safeway offers O Organics. Hundreds of USDA-certified organic products exclusively in our stores. From fruits and vegetables to chicken and olive oil and frozen treats to baby food, you'll find a huge selection of organic items for the whole family at Safeway. Food you feel good about eating and serving. Look for O Organics products throughout Safeway. O Organics. Organic for all.
Hear that? Exactly. That's the sound of McDonald's Extra Value Meal. Sausage McMuffin with egg, hash brown, small hot coffee, and sweet golden silence. All for only $5. Price and participation may vary. Promotion pricing may be lower than meal pricing. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Hey, college hoops fans, it's sideline reporter Molly McGrath teaming up with Evan Williams Bourbon to welcome you to Bourbon Nation, the home of game day spirit. From the couch to courtside, Evan Williams is with you for every tip-off and buzzer beater. Because we might be divided by the score, but we're united by the pour. Find a bottle near you at evanwilliams.com and make this extra-aged Kentucky bourbon a part of your game day tradition. Go Ducks! Evan Williams Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, Bardstown, Kentucky, 43% alcohol by volume, must be 21 plus. Enjoy responsibly.
Come on now, come on now, come on now.
14:30 to go in the second half here in College Park, Maryland. Oregon leads Maryland 41-36. Oregon basketball brought to you by Coors Light Choose Chill, a proud partner of Oregon Athletics. Celebrate responsibly. The Ducks opened the game on a 6-0 run. Maryland countered with 8 straight, and then a Nate Biddle 3 at the 13:51 mark was part of a 9-0 Oregon surge, and the Ducks have led ever since. Hasn't been overly comfortable. The lead peaked at 9 in the first half. It was 7 at halftime. It's down to 5 now. The flip side to that is it's never gotten to double digits. It also has only been a one-possession game a couple of times since the 13:51 mark of the first half. So Oregon has maintained a 2-3 possession lead for the vast majority of this game. Maryland trying to make it a one-score game here, down 5 with the basketball, 22 on the shot clock from right to left. Darius Adams will have a near sideline inbound. Gets the top of the key for Elijah Saunders. His play resumes. Here's Dickey Coit, top of the key on a pick and pop back to Saunders. Good closeout from Stewart. Stumbled, gathered himself. Out to Coit. One-handed push pass with the left hand out to Adams. 10 to shoot. Out near midcourt. He's guarded by Carter around a hedge. Adams hesitates. Penetrates. Lost his balance. Left block. Finds the left elbow jumper for Washington on the way, and it goes late in the shot clock. Maintained his composure as he lost his balance. Didn't drag his pivot foot. And Solomon Washington has 17 points. It's a one-score game. 41-38. 6 minutes post-halftime. Just inside the arc, straight away, it's Simpkins. He slithers inside, stops, and has great patience at the right block. Threw a couple of head fakes, threw it high off the window and in. Simpkins in double figures with 11 for the 9th time this season. 43-38, back to a 2-score game. Here's Andre Mills to the free throw line. His jumper off the back heel, no good, but he got bumped on the way up. So those are free throws for Andre Mills. Foul goes against Biddle. That's his second, the team's third. Comes with 13:37 to go. Here's Andre Mills, one of 4 transfers from Texas A&M. Didn't play last year in College Station. He redshirted in his freshman year. He's had a tough night thus far. He is 0 of 6 from the floor. He gets his first point with a free throw here. Boston native. Had 11 points, a career best 5 assists on Sunday in the win over Old Dominion. Second one up. And that one's Bjork. Maryland averages 20.5 free throw attempts per game. Have 11 into the first 26 minutes plus. As Oregon breaks pressure, leaves Simpkins all alone for a right wing 3 off the back of the rim. No good. Rebound out of bounds. Last touch by the Ducks. That'll get Evans to the scorer's table. Biddle exits. So it's Evans, Pryor, Carter, Simpkins, Stewart, the 5 Ducks on the floor. Maryland down by 3. As close as they've gotten since Oregon regained the lead early in the first half. Here's Adams on a pick and roll looking for Washington. Picked his pocket. Did Drew Carter. He'll take it across midcourt himself. Nearly lost the basketball himself. Gave way to Simpkins. Now to Evans. Works it left side. Stops his dribble left point. Lobs it into the corner. First Stewart gets double teamed from the sideline and throws it away. Evans couldn't get over in time to help, and they threw it into the backcourt. 10th Oregon turnover. Maryland can tie it with a 3 with 12:59 to go. Substitution, very late substitution. Isaiah Watts will check back in for Mills. Watts, one of 2 Terrapins with prior experience. Another late substitution. Turkson is back in. He has to go all the way to the scorer's table before he's allowed on for Washington, who's walking off gingerly. You know, Watts with Washington State played Oregon twice 2 years ago, as did teammate Miles Rice. Right now it's David Diggy Coit carrying it around the perimeter to the right side. Crosses over on the much taller KJ Evans. KJ, good defense. They work it inside, low post for Saunders. Tries to split a double team. Pryor and Simpkins. One of them will get called for a foul. It's going to go against Devon, his second. The team's 5th with 12:45 to go. So Oregon just 1 foul to give. Not racking up fouls early, but Pryor just a little late with the help defense. His left knee collided with Saunders. And I'll get called a foul every time as Saunders lost his balance. Coit will trigger it in. They give it to Turkson. Quick one-touch passing back to Coit, right corner. Good closeout from Carter. Now a step back 3 from Coit. Back rim, no good. That would have had this place erupt had it gone in. Alas, Simpkins, the rebound, carries it front court right around a Evans hedge. Works it left for Carter. Dribbles with the left hand, now the right. Looks for somewhere to go with the basketball. 17 to shoot. Goes left point for Stewart. Overhead pass to the right for Simpkins. Carries it on high. Guarded by Saunders. Right wing side for Carter. Looks over the head. He looks. Back between the circles for Simpkins. Directs traffic with 5, with 4. He's 40 feet out with 3, with 2. He starts left. He's going to have to chuck up a 3. Can't even get a shot off. Got a 3 up, but it was late. Shot clock violation. 11th Oregon turnover with 12:07 left, and Xfinity Center comes to its feet. Pryor will exit. Lindsey comes in with 3 personals. Simpkins also exits. Jamari Phillips, who played 4 minutes in the first half, he's back out there right now. 12:05 and rolling. Oregon up by 3, 43-40. Across midcourt, here's Coit. Left wing side for Watts. Goes baseline, stops in the corner, works it back out towards midcourt with Coit. 15, taps his head as he calls out a play. Around a screen from Turkson. Step back, 3 for the tie. Front rim, no good. Rebound into the arms of Stewart. Strong rebound. Lost it briefly, got it back. Washington tried to get his paws in there. Here's Carter, front court left. Oregon hasn't scored in over 2 minutes. Underhand flip as Oregon runs the weave. Phillips to Carter. Lindsey, the third member, in on it. Carter has it, gives it right back to Desdrick. 25 feet out on the right with 10 to shoot. Goes inside the arc. Nope, doesn't. Goes top of the key for Phillip for 5. Spots up a 3 on the way. Side rim, no good. Long rebound. Maryland's going to let it go out of bounds. That ball never got inside the arc on that possession, and it takes us to a timeout. Two teams, just 7 of 35 combined from beyond the arc. Hasn't been a great shooting night, but Oregon still leads. It's the Ducks 43, the Terps 40, as you listen to Oregon basketball here on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey, Oregon, not every injury happens on the court. Car wrecks, hospital mistakes, slip and falls. When you're hurt, you need more than a quick sub off the bench. You need America's largest injury law firm. There's a reason Morgan & Morgan has over 1,000 lawyers and 100 offices nationwide. A reason we've recovered more than $30 billion for people just like you. And a reason we never charge a dime unless we win. Morgan & Morgan, proud partner of Oregon Athletics. Injured? Just dial pound law. Morgan & Morgan, 10150 Southwest 6th Avenue, Portland. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome. Cases may be referred or co-counseled.
Jess Sims is always looking to take her performance to the next level.
I'm facing you, then you're going to switch.
You got this, Jess.
We got this.
And she needs her money to work as hard as she does. That's why she uses U.S. Bank Bank Smartly Checking and Savings, which does exactly that, helping her track her spending and grow her money.
Wow, the mental work.
Together, we'll achieve more than any of us could alone. That's the power of Jess, and this is the power of us. Visit usbank.com today to get started. Member FDIC, copyright 2025 U.S. Bank.
Did you know that 77% of people navigating addiction are still showing up every single day, working jobs, raising families, and carrying responsibilities? Addiction touches families, friends, and neighbors, but so does recovery. And here's where you come in. You can be the turning point that helps someone rewrite their story. At Willamette Family, we believe hope grows when it's shared. One flock, one game, one family at a time. Hope is now. Just like the Ducks succeed through teamwork, recovery happens through support. Visit WFTS.org today to learn how you can help change lives. Willamette Family, proud partner of Oregon Athletics.
11-17 left. Starting to get a little bit tense here. We've been stuck on 43-40 as both teams are on scoring droughts of at least 2 minutes. And it'll be Maryland basketball when play resumes. Duck basketball sponsored by Pepsi, Bigfoot Beverages, the Pepsi Go Ducks Game Day app. Download the app and follow the Ducks. Go Ducks. Drink Pepsi. Oregon just 4 of 11 shooting this half. 0 of 4 from beyond the arc. 3 of 12 from three-point range in the game. Maryland 5 of 12. But 5 of 7 from 2. 0 of 5 from deep. The Ducks, it'll be Carter, Phillips, Stewart, Middle, and Evans. So 2 guards, 3 bigs. From Maryland, it'll be Washington, Hoyt, Watts, Saunders, and I believe the 5th, who is right behind the stanchion, is Andre Mills. It is, as he moves to a better position for this broadcaster. We are the lower level in the corner. Here's Mills in the left corner with the basketball. One-handed skip pass to Coit. Quick one-touch into the right corner for Saunders. Catches the 3 to a tie. Left corner, right point, right corner in a flash. And the 15th Elijah Saunders 3 this year. Top of the key, just inside the arc. Here's Nate Biddle, who's being hounded by Saunders, who leaves his feet, floats it inside to Evans. He catches, he turns over his left shoulder, and he finishes nicely. Check that, Stewart. Second field goal for Sean Stewart. Gives Oregon the lead right back, 45-43, 10.5 to go. Good response from Oregon to snap a scoring drought of nearly 3 minutes. Coit tries to direct a screen from Washington, can't do so. Watts has the basketball, knifes inside, kicks out. Saunders going to do it again. This time it's too strong. Rebound out of bounds. Last touch by Drew Carter of Oregon. Solomon Washington was screaming at the basketball. I think he wanted to grab the rebound cleanly, but Carter got in the way. Regardless, it is Terp basketball. Underneath the basket to the left, Coit will trigger it in with a fresh 20. Terps have not led since it was 8-6 on the inbound. Watts, catch, shoot, left corner for the lead. Back rim, no good. A couple of Ducks fought for the board. Stewart came up with it. Evans backed off. Now Carter with a dribble jog across midcourt where he's met by Isaiah Watts. Works it right side for Jamari Phillips. Around a tough screen from Stewart. Stopped his dribble. They work it around the perimeter. 4 Ducks have touched it. Carter has it now. Top of the key. Stewart the 5th. So all 5 Ducks have touched it now. Away from the play, we have a foul. Carter went inside towards Biddle, who ran to try to get some position at the low block and got held up by Saunders. Substitution, Rice in for Coit. For Saunders, that is his 3rd. So he has 3. The only Terrapin with 3. The only Duck with 3 fouls is Lindsay. Lob to the left elbow on the restart. Evans works it right wing side for Phillips. Back to KJ, top of the key. High post for Biddle, low post for Stewart. Turn, the finish, no, but free throws. Better ball movement off the inbound. 4 Ducks touched it, and Sean Stewart is going to go to the free throw line. First foul on Rice, team's 4th, with 9:43 to go, and the Ducks nursing a 2-point lead. Stewart, a 55% free throw shooter. This is the first one off the back of the ring. So Oregon 1 of 3 from the free throw line this half. It's 5 for 5 in the first half. Washington races back onto the floor. He comes in. Second free throw from Stewart is up, and that one he tried to almost banked it in. Way off, an empty trip. Maryland clears the rebound. A chance to tie or take the lead down 2. Watts in the left corner. Thought about going for a go-ahead 3. Now instead, slithering inside, high off the glass is the other former Coug. Rice banked it way too strong. Rebound cleared by Sean Stewart of Oregon. Front court right, here's Drew Carter. Around a hedge from Stewart. Tough screen again from Stewart. He's thrown a couple of tough ones this half. Now Phillips spots up for a deep 25-foot 3 from the left, and he buries it. He just gives a little point, like, yeah, I got that. 3rd 3 on the year for Phillips. His first since December 2nd against USC. Gives Oregon a little breathing room. 48-43, 9 minutes to go. Top of the key. The answer from Andre Mills rattles around halfway down, fell out. Another rebound for Sean Stewart. That's his 6th tonight. Stewart eludes some pressure into the front court left. Spins, finds Biddle left point. Holds up a hand, now starts to direct some traffic. Starts his dribble, carries it top of the key. Easy pass to Stewart, underhand flip to Phillips with 10 to shoot. Back to Nate, left point again. Nate now with 1 dribble, he stops. He looks, goes short corner left for Evans. Spins, runs into a brick wall. Kick out top of the key. Carter a 3, almost banked it in. Rebound off of Evans' fingertips into the arms of Miles Rice. The other way, here comes Maryland. Driving inside is Mills. A Euro step, split the defense of Evans, Biddle, and Carter. And as he fell, was able to get it to go. His first field goal, he has 4. 48-45 Ducks as we approach the under 8. Phillips from the right wing, this time as he's falling, gets it to go. Consecutive 3s for Jamari Phillips. Had 2 3s all year coming in. 51-45 doubles the Oregon lead. Well, Dana Altman said they need production by committee to replace Jackson Shellstad. Whalen got the start. Big minutes from Drew Carter. Big second half thus far from Jamari Phillips. The other way, here's Washington over Biddle from the right side, way too strong, and Nate rips down his 6th board. Carter slows the pace with 7:30 to go, and the Ducks up 6. Top of the key, works it left, dangerous feed. Saunders would have had a pick 6, but he was a half second late. Biddle corralled it, gave it right back to Carter with 12. Looks to the bench, Dana Altman shouting out instructions. 9 to shoot, he starts right, hands it off to Evans. He lost it, someone's open, and then KJ nearly threw it away, but it was tipped out of bounds. So Oregon will have it with 6 to shoot when we return. Jamari Phillips, 6 quick points, and Oregon has a 6-point lead. Once again, it's 51-45 Ducks on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield. First Interstate Bank is the proud sponsor of the Community Hero Program. Throughout the year, Duck fans have been submitting stories about heroes in our community. And First Interstate Bank wants to recognize Tom Rhoda, a recent retiree. Tom has become a community hero through his care for a feral cat colony in Eugene. In the neighborhood, he feeds, traps, and fixes them at his own expense. And at the surgery center, he assists with spay and neuter procedures, handles laundry, and prepares recovery cones, helping whatever way he can to improve the lives of abandoned pets and making a lasting impact on both animals and the community. On behalf of First Interstate Bank, thank you, Tom Rhoda.
You're listening to Duck Basketball. Duck Basketball. Duck Basketball. On the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
When it's time to scale your business, it's time for Shopify. Get everything you need to grow the way you want, like all the way. Stack more sales with the best converting checkout on the planet. Track your cha-chings from every channel right in one spot. And turn real-time reporting into big-time opportunities. Take your business to a whole new level. Switch to Shopify. Start your free trial today.
Nation's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
In sitcoms, when someone has a problem, they just blurt it out and move on.
Well, I lost my job and my parakeet is missing. How was your day?
But the real world is different. Managing life's challenges can be overwhelming. So, what do? We get support. The Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council have mental health resources available for you at loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. See how much further you can go when you take care of your mental health.
$7:13 to go. Oregon 51, Maryland 45 as the Ducks start a two-game East Coast swing on this resumption of Big Ten play. College Park tonight, Piscataway on Monday night to take on Rutgers. Well, Ducks are now in the Big Ten. Here we are in Maryland, and Hoodoo Ski Area has a big deal for all kids 10 and under. Kids ski and ride free all day, every day at Hoodoo. Hoodoo Ski Area, your locally owned and operated destination for winter fun and a proud supporter of Oregon athletics. Ari Phillips, two massive threes in quick succession. As Maryland is threatened for most of the second half, but it gives Oregon a little wiggle room. Right now, the Ducks have 6 seconds on the shot clock and a sideline inbound along the near side. Ducks from left to right in the second half. With Evans to trigger it in, with Biddle laid back in. Phillips stays out there, and Simpkins. So a smaller Duck lineup. 3 guards, 2 forwards. They lob it into Biddle, the catch, and the hack on the way up. Well executed play. They had Biddle set a screen. All the shooters sprinted out towards three-point range, and then Biddle rolled to the rim, and Evans found holding his hand a little bit. He got hacked by Watts, Isaiah's third. And Nate Biddle at the free throw line for the first time tonight, where he is a 78% free throw shooter. One of 2 active players, along with KJ Evans, as he makes the first, 2 have played Maryland last year. 0 Terps were on the roster last year, so none have played Oregon, at least as members of the Terrapins. Biddle had 16 in last year's win at Matthew Knight. Goes 1 out of 2 from the free throw line, so it's a 7-point Duck lead. That matches the halftime deficit, 52-45. Should say matches the halftime lead of the Ducks. On a pick and roll, here's Adams from the short corner left, threw a laser beam towards the rim and faded away. There was no one near him. Awkward shot. Oregon will take it as the defensive rebound goes to KJ Evans, his 5th. Left point, here's Biddle, works it to the wing to Simpkins. 2 dribbles to Evans between the circles. He looks right, passes right to Lynn, works it right back straight away on the pick and roll, finds KJ, goes inside, jump stop, right block, tough layup, no good, was blocked, second chance, no, but foul. That wasn't the most aesthetically pleasing penetration to the basket from Evans, but it was effective, and he goes to the free throw line. Ducks have left some points at the line, just 2 of 6 this half. For a team that struggled, that was really the one place they struggled on Sunday, just 6 of 13 against Omaha. They were good before that, as Evans misses the first. 79% the prior 4 games before Sunday. But they were 6 of 13 against Omaha, and they are 7 of 12 now tonight. Second one from KJ is good. So he goes 1 out of 2 for the second time this half. He has a dozen. 53-45 Ducks, 6:35 to go. Diggy Coit comes back in for Watts for Maryland. He'll run the point. Well, the southpaw. Carries it right, goes into the corner, was tipped. No, stolen away by Evans. Blocked by the basket, so didn't get a fully clear view, but KJ tipped it to himself and intercepted it like Brandon Finney. Between the circles, here's Lynn. Left point for Biddle, skip pass to the right for Simpkins on the wing. Lobs it into the corner, back out to Simpkins. He played catch with Evans. Takai with it with 10 to shoot. The Xfinity Center logo. Off right, now to Biddle. High post, went low post for Evans. Threw it behind him, out of bounds. 12th turnover, 4th by Biddle. 8-point Oregon lead. Largest it has been this half. The largest lead period has been 9 for the Ducks. There's under 6 minutes to go here in the second. Coit's been quiet, had a couple of quick buckets in the first half. Nothing since. He has just 5. Now Mills, an awkward catch. The left lane line goes top of the key for Adams. Goes through the legs, guarded by Simpkins. Holds up, pinky finger with 10 to shoot. Goes through the legs again. Snaps it left for Coit. Fakes left, goes right inside the arc. Now outside the arc. Stepped back a couple of times. Didn't pull the trigger out to Adams. The 2 with 1. Attacks way off, and that never hit the rim. That should be a shot clock violation. It is. Threw it off the window. Solomon Washington, I think, was under the impression that he did something wrong. He did not. He grabbed the offensive rebound, but the shot clock had long expired. That is the 7th Maryland turnover. Terps haven't scored in nearly 3 minutes. The Ducks have a chance to take their largest lead. Top of the key, here's Biddle. Works at 25 feet out on the left for Lynn as Oregon again breaks light pressure. Just 1 turnover on that light pressure tonight from Maryland. Lynn has it, carries it from the left side of the court towards the center, stops his dribble, goes high post for Biddle, left all alone from the free throw line. It's short, offensive rebound, in one motion. Phillips tried to put it back, couldn't get the jam to go. In transition, here's Maryland. Top of the key, here's Mills. Stopped his dribble, works it right for Adams. Goes one-on-one with Phillips, kicks it back out to Coit to slow things up. Under 5 to go, Oregon up 8. Terps on a scoring drought. Coit on Biddle, steps back over the 7-footer. The 3-pointer doesn't go. Ill-advised shot. That's 5-11 on 7 feet. And the 7-footer also did enough. Maryland, 5 of 27 from beyond the arc tonight. Ducks again a chance to go up double digits for the first time. Here's Lynn being hounded near midcourt. Gets an awkward pass off to Phillips. They run the weave with Simpkins. Now Lynn, a jump pass, high post for Biddle. Out to Phillips. Catch, shoot, a third 3. Not this time. It barely grazes front iron into the arms of Mills of Maryland. 4:20 to go. Here's Mills one-on-one with Lynn. Good defense from Way. Tough floater, no good rebound. Deflected around multiple times. Still loose. Mills up with it for Maryland. The putback blocked away by Biddle. To Lynn, who keeps it alive. He tiptoed the sideline into the front court. Out to Simpkins. Left side of the lane. The layup around and falls through. And Oregon goes up 10 for the first time tonight with under 4 minutes to go. Timeout, Maryland. Simpkins has had 3 very difficult finishes near the rim in this half. A team effort. Biddle the block. Lynn kept the play alive. Went 1-on-4 until the streaking Simpkins could join him. He went 1-on-2 and gets rewarded. Takes us to our final timeout. 3:57 to go. Ducks trying to close out on Big Ten win number 1 of the year. 55-45 on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
You hear that? That's the sound of Pepsi Zero Sugar. The better tasting, more refreshing Zero Sugar Cola. Listen to that endless pour. If it sounds this good, just imagine how it tastes. So good. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Let your taste decide.
Pepsi is proudly distributed by locally owned Bigfoot Beverages. Go Ducks, drink Pepsi.
Today, we're going to talk about deep breathing, something we all need to do more of, especially when you're getting ready to call your health plan and deal with one of those automated phone trees. You know how it feels to get into an endless phone loop when you just have a simple question that could take 2 minutes or less, and then pretty soon, you've lost your zen.
Shouldn't your health plan help you reduce stress? That's why you'll talk to a real person when you choose Pacific Source Health Plan.
Tranquility.
At Les Schwab, we've been changing the tire game for more than 70 years. We design our own exclusive tires to give you more tires made for the roads you drive, less compromise. All backed by America's best tire warranty included in every tire we sell. It's more unbeatable tire warranty, less charging you extra, like the other guys. It's all about you getting more from less. Stop by or book an appointment at leschwab.com.
I'm coming home to the place that I remember. Back to the land of my first love. Would you swear by your arms?
Ducks on a 7-0 run over the last 4 minutes. And after Maryland very briefly tied the game at 43, the Ducks have scored 12 of the next 14 points. First time tonight, it is a double-digit advantage for the visitors. 55-45 Oregon with 3:57 left. Oregon basketball brought to you by Toyota. Toyota, let's go places. Oregon going places. Cross-country trip left on Wednesday. Got here to the suburb of Washington, D.C. We'll bus up tomorrow to Piscataway to take on Rutgers. That's a Monday night game. Monday night on the East Coast, 7 o'clock locally in Jersey, 4 o'clock back home. We're on the air with the Coors Light pregame show beginning at 3:30. Still work to do with 3:57 left, but an impressive run from the Ducks after Maryland threatened for the majority of the opening minutes of the half to tie it. Finally did, and then KJ Evans immediately answered, and Ducks really settled down from there. On defense right now, Maryland with the basketball, right point, quick trigger three on the way from Isaiah Watts. That came out of nowhere. And he makes it a second, and that stops the run. 55-48, Oregon on top. More pressure from Maryland, broken by Oregon. Lynn now left uncontested at the top of the M at midcourt. Starts left, now works right, works it back left for Evans, to the wing for Phillips. Lobs it inside for Biddle. Poor entry pass tipped by Saunders, stolen by Watts. He looks to push in the front court to Washington. Left lane line, out to Coit. All alone for three. Back rim, no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Evans, who can't believe it. Saunders contested, went off KJ. Oregon looking. Dan Altman might want to review this. He says, nope, play on. So no review. Quick restart. Maryland down 7, trying to make it consecutive baskets. Now Adams gets bumped at the free throw line by Lynn. That's the team's 5th foul. Oregon has not had a foul in over 10 game minutes. They had 4 quickly. Relatively quickly, it felt like. First half, but Lynn will get tagged with his second personal with 3:09 left. It'll be another baseline inbound. Shot clock resets to 20. With 3:09 to go, Terps with the basketball down 7. They get it into the left corner for Coit. He's hounded by Phillips. Jamaria works his way around a screen from Saunders, still right in the face of Coit, who works right. He stops. He finds a cutting Solomon Washington. Shot blocked by Biddle. Loose, out of bounds to Oregon. Biddle, his 5th block. He had 5 on Sunday. His career best is 6. Front court left. Here's Takai Simpkins back in with Lynn, Evans, Phillips getting some well-deserved minutes late, and Biddle. Now a handoff from Biddle intended for Lynn was tipped out of bounds by the anticipatory Watts. Oregon maintains possession. Substitution. Phillips will exit for Lindsay, so the 5 starters are back in for the Ducks. 2:43 to go, up by 7. The defense has been phenomenal. Maryland sub 30% shooting in both halves. Top of the key on the restart. Here's Lynn from Evans. Dribbles once, goes high post left for Biddle, back to the basket, finds a streaking Evans through a double team. Had it stripped out of his hands, stolen away. 14th Oregon turnover. In transition, here's Adams, left elbow, slammed on the brakes, outlet to Saunders, one-handed pass to the right for Coit. He attacks the rim, jump pass, top of the key. Watts thought about a 3, now takes a 3. It's an air ball, offline to the right, into the arms of Solomon. Back out to Adams, 10 to shoot, right corner. He penetrates, circles the basket, head fake, second chance. Throws it out to Washington, top of the key. Watts just missed, misses a second, too strong. Biddle, a tall rebound, tallest player on the court, grabbed the ball and kept it high above his head to make sure the Ducks had the basketball. Under 2 to go, Oregon up 7. And they're going to take some time. 15 seconds, the shot clock used up. Here's Simpkins, left point to Biddle. 1 bucket here might do it. Lindsay in front of the arc, top of the key. Evans inside to Biddle, the catch, the finish. Big to big passing. Good anticipatory pass from Evans, threw it where Biddle was going to be. And it's 57-48. Timeout, Maryland, with 1:28 to go. Nate with 14. The sweet pass from Evans, his first assist. And the Ducks are up 9 with 90 seconds to go. And there's a mass exodus here at Xfinity Center. The timeout. Fans starting to head towards the exits. Maryland has had second half issues all year. That's not the case tonight. Oregon took the lead on the Biddle 3 to make it 11-8 outside of the very brief period of time that we were tied at 43. It lasted all of 19 seconds. Sean Stewart with a little baby hook to make it 45-43 Ducks, and they have led ever since. As Oregon has led for over 35 minutes tonight. An impressive showing without Shellstad. Some big-time performances from some reserve guards. Wei Lin slides into the lineup, gives 21 productive minutes. Drew Carter, the stat line won't show it. He had 18 valuable minutes, and then the 2 monster threes from Jamari Phillips this half to give the Ducks some breathing room and start what might be a game-deciding 12-2 run. Still 88 seconds left. Maryland with the basketball. But the Terps need points and need them quick, and boy, they've been hard to come by. Maryland's season low in points. Now, mind you, they are third to last in the conference in points per game, but their season low is 60. Right now they have 48. They are one for their last 11 from the field. Diggy Coit will inbound along the far sideline, left uncontested. Between the circles to Isaiah Watts. Holds at the right hip, one dribble back to Coit. Thought about a 26-footer. Nothing doing. Then step back, thought about a little shorter 3. Nothing doing again. Out to Adams. He will pull the trigger from the right wing. Almost banked it in, but a tough rebound from Evans. Maryland applying pressure. Buzz Williams says foul with 1:11 left. That is the 7th Maryland foul. And the Ducks can try to ice this one from the line, which, admittedly, this half has been a bugaboo. It's 3 of 8. Simpkins was the man who was fouled, so Takai will go to the free throw line. He's 4 for 4 tonight. To be a 1-1. The Ducks up 9. And if folks didn't leave during the timeout, they're leaving during the free throws. First one from Simpkins up, and it's good. He'll earn the second. Number 5, 5 for 5 from the line. Can't make it 6 for 6, misses the second, but the Ducks are up 10 with 68 seconds left. 58-48, top of the key. Coit, quick trigger, 3. Deadens off the back of the rim, but he got bumped on the way up. That's an ill-advised foul from Wei Lin. He knows it. Dana Altman frustrated. There's 3 on Lin. And that's 3 free throws coming for Diggy Coit, a man you don't want at the free throw line because he is 34 of 37 this year. That is 92%. Could be third best in the conference. He qualified. A couple short of qualifying. Makes the first. Second one up. That's good. Well, with 65 seconds left, gives the Terps at least a little hope. Coit, very quickly, he's all business with the basketball. Gets it, shoots it. Goes 3 for 3. Saunders out. Mills in for Maryland. Carter in, Lin out. After he committed the foul defensively. 58-51 Ducks. 1:05 left. Full court pressure applied. Evans can run the baseline. He floats it out to Biddle. Quick one-touch pass to Carter. He gets double teamed. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Dana Altman calls for time. That was going nowhere fast. They got the basketball in quickly, but then Carter was kind of stuck 94 feet from the basket, kind of near the corner, and then he turned, and then he kind of went under the basket, but the wrong basket. He was never going to get there in 4 seconds. So the Ducks still had 3 timeouts to play with. Now they have 2. With exactly a minute to go. 3 in double figures for the Ducks. 14 apiece for Simpkins and Biddle. A dozen along with 8 boards for KJ Evans. Another double-double, the second straight for Solomon Washington. He leads everyone with 17 points and 12 boards. The Ducks lead on the scoreboard by 7. Evans will again inbound, but this time he cannot run the baseline. Lynn is back in for Carter. So it was all of a 5-second break for Lynn. Miles Rice will be in the face of KJ Evans as he accepts the basketball from Paul Zelk. They get it into Biddle just like last time. Biddle gets double teamed and fouled. Oh, that would have been stolen away. Well, KJ might have stopped playing because the whistle blew, but it was a dangerous pass. Alas, it's a formality as Biddle got fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line about 85 feet away. Nate is 1 out of 2 from the line. This is a 1-and-1 with 57.6 left. Feel like important free throws here. Maryland just got 3 on the other end. It's a lifeline. Saunders and Coit back in. They're playing an offense, defense. Mills. And someone else has to leave. It's Rice. Biddle 1 out of 2. Tonight was just 5 out of 9 on Sunday. That's the only blemish on his otherwise spectacular game against Omaha. Makes the first, earns the second. Ducks up by 8. Still be a 3-score game if he makes the second up 9, but they all need to be 3-pointers. He does just that. 2 important free throws from Nate Biddle. He has 16. 60-51, and then Adams raced to the front court and traveled. Oh, went too fast for his own good as Lynn and Evans were applying pressure, but that was very much a self-inflicted turnover and a costly one for Maryland. A very advantageous one for the Ducks with 55.2 left. George Turkson back in. Miles Rice back in. On the restart, Lynn immediately gets fouled by Watts. Took maybe 2 seconds or so off the clock. So Wei Lin will go to the free throw line. That's the team's 9, so still a 1-and-1 for Lynn, who opened the game with a 4-point play. Has 1 field goal since. More offense, defense. Coit back in for Turkson. Wei Lin in his second start of the year. Also started the opener that Shellstad missed. Makes the first. Back to a 10-point lead, and now that might officially do it. Lin the second as Oregon clears the lane. Makes both. Largest lead for the Ducks tonight. It's 11, 62-51. Racing into the front court. Here's Coit, right wing side. Goes right at the rim and then dribbled it off his leg out of bounds. That is 2 turnovers by Maryland. Seconds into their offensive possessions. They have 10 miscues. They're still not giving up with 46.5 left. Down 11. They're applying full court pressure. We'll see if they foul. The Ducks just take care of the basketball. They're going to pick up their 8th win of the year. Evans again will inbound. He cannot run the baseline. He looks. He has timeouts to play with. Then he takes one. It's a full timeout with 46.5 left. Well, Maryland opened the half shooting fairly well. They made 3 of their first 5 of their first 10 shots in the second half. Since then, they are 3 of 20. 3 of their last 20, including just 6 of 33 overall from 3-point range. They're shooting just 27% for the game. Ducks, to this point, on pace for their best defensive effort of the season. Previous low in points allowed came Sunday against Omaha, the 57. Right now, they've allowed just 51. As Solomon Washington had a big first half for Maryland. He has 17 and 12. But no one else has really gotten going. Darius Adams has 9 points, but 3 of 14 shooting. Diggy Coit has 8 on 2 of 9 from the field. Andre Mills just 1 of 10 shooting. Meanwhile, Oregon has hovered around 50% overall most of the game, 16 from Biddle, a dozen from KJ, 14, 7, and 4 assists from Takai Simpkins. And again, a complete effort without Shellstad of Lynn, Carter, Phillips, all players that Dana Altman mentioned in our pregame conversation in the Toyota Coaches Corner. And they've all stepped up in various ways. Inbound, as play resumes. They find Lynn uncontested in the near corner. Jump pass to Biddle along the far side. They break the pressure all alone. Here, Simpkins goes in for the two-handed exclamation point. 16 for Takai, 64-51, 30-footer from the left goes for Isaiah Watts. Quickly the inbound to Lynn, and they find Lindsay. Uncontested runway. Oh, he got hacked from behind. Not malicious. He went in for a big jam, and that might have cost him. If he just went for a regular two-handed dunk, he'd have finished instead. That allowed Rice to recover. So Lindsay will go to the free throw line for the first time, 63% shooter. Battled a bit of foul trouble. Played just 18 minutes in making his 5th start of the year. Misses the first free throw strong. 28.9 to go. Ducks up 10. Adams and Coit come in. More offense, defense. Washington and Turkson Jr. are out. Shot clock is turned off. Maryland is still playing this thing out, pressing Oregon, who again clears the lane on the second free throw attempt. And Lindsay goes 0 for. So stays a 10-point game, 27 seconds left. Coit into the front court, into the right corner. They drive. Rice goes baseline, kick out Adams. Left point three around out. Rebound to Oregon. And I believe the Terps relent as Lindsay comes up with it. No, they're going to try to foul. Lynn into the front court for Biddle. And now Buzz Williams calls off the Dogs. Biddle will hold it out, and Oregon will get its first Big Ten victory of the season to open up calendar year 2026. A 64-54 victory tonight over Maryland, in which the Ducks led for 36.5 minutes. An emphatic victory to open up a 2-game road trip for Oregon. Time to spotlight today's best in the game, brought to you by Old Dominion Freight Line. And we'll give it to some of these reserve guards. Wei Lin, his 2nd start of the year, 22 minutes, 8 points. Drew Carter played 18 minutes. He played only 23 total since the Hawaii game. He gave important minutes. And then Jamari Phillips may have had the